Hello and welcome back to my hacking game devlog, where I'll be explaining what I've done, how I've done, and what I'll do. I know it's been a while, but don't worry, I've been making good use of my time. Anyway, let's take a look at what I've done. Now, the main thing I talked about adding in the last devlog was cryptocurrency, which I've now added. I've done this by giving every user a chance to have some amount of crypto, which is contained in a wallet file. The crypto in this file can of course be stolen, but unlike real life, you don't have to convince people to buy your meme coin. All you have to do is get high enough permissions on a computer to use the transfer command to wire the money directly into your wallet. You're probably saying something like, "But my liege, won't the person you stole from see the transaction that goes directly into your account?" This is an excellent question, sentient fish that's standing upright, but you have to remember what I said in the last video. All the admins have brain damage. It's written right here in the lore. Now, crypto might seem useless right now, but that's why I've implemented a run system and day-night cycle. This system will give the player a reason to actually play the game, which is an important part of a game. Yes, I know, I'm a genius. Rent currently costs $500, but I'll likely change this for balancing. But dear leader, how do you get cash? That's an excellent question. You can get cash by using the new convert command, which converts crypto into cash and vice versa. I added cash since I figured it would make more sense than having everybody use cryptocurrency. But while I was writing the script, I realized this actually might be quite annoying. Maybe you should give me your opinions in the comments. The second feature of the day-night cycle is sleep. This feature is pretty simple. You sleep using the shutdown command, and if you stay awake for more than 28 hours, you pass out. I'm well aware that the average programmer can stay awake much longer to avoid getting laid off, but this is for the sake of gameplay. Another system I've added is a music manager, which is designed to be adaptive. I don't know how well adaptive music will work in a text-based game, but I guess I'll find out. Right now I've only made one track anyway, so it just randomly starts playing. I plan to make the music for this game myself, then release it under a license similar to the MIT license I'm using for the game. I'm going to have to do this later since I only have one track right now. Speaking of said track, it's the first full song I've made, and I think it's pretty good. I decided to name this track Unemployed Ambience, which I think matches the developer, the character, and the players of this game. Anyway, I'll be continuing to make music as I work on the game. It's just a slow process because I don't have much experience. Finally, the last feature I've added, gameplay, which is another important part of a game. Yes, thank you. I know. The gameplay takes form of a rhythm game. I do now realize that I'm calling this a rhythm game without music, or any way to make the game match a rhythm. This strategy is what I like to call not thinking things through, and is very effective for game development. Anyway, this is a mini-game that will run when the player tries to steal a user password. Right now, it runs when you use the decrypt command on a user. In the minigame, you use a shield to block these letter things, called notes, from hitting this core. Each letter you block will then reveal a letter of the password. This will be much better for gameplay than having the password always displayed when you use the LU command. But your highness, that isn't very many features in 5 months. Like I said, I use my time very efficiently. Now let's quickly go over the features I plan to add. I have added a roadmap to the GitHub, which features some things I plan to do, like a notification system, which will notify the player when they need to do things like pay rent and sleep, as well as an exploit discovery cycle. You may be wondering, what is the exploit discovery cycle? The exploit discovery cycle is the first idea that came to my mind to add a gameplay loop to my game. The cycle would alternate between an exploit being discovered and the exploit being patched, the player only being able to hack computers during the time before the exploit is patched. This will hopefully create some sense of tension and urgency. The reason I haven't added this yet is because the game doesn't have anything to do during the downtime other than sleep. So that is another thing I need to add, and I'm not sure what it should be. Now that I've explained what I've done and what I'm going to do, it's time to explain. I'll try to be quick and explain the features from least to most interesting. I also realize code is boring to most people, so I'll just put something in the corner to keep your attention. Let's start with the time system, which is handled by the time manager script, specifically the time cycle function, which is literally 3 if statements called by a timer node every minute in-game. This is what I like to call peak efficiency. The current time is stored in minutes in the time variable and resets every day. Every day, 2 variables are also updated, day and current weekday. Day stores the days since the game started, and current weekday stores the index to the day of the week in this array. If the index is greater than 6, then it charges the player rent and resets. Finally, if the player stays awake past the max wake time, the script will force the player to sleep, which skips 8 hours, then calls the passout signal, which runs a game script function that prints a message and returns the player to the home computer. Do I still have your attention? No. What about now? Next is the music system that's handled in the music manager script. This script is also basically just 3 if statements in a function. The main function, called adaptive music, runs each cycle of a timer node and has a 1 in 60 chance of playing the previously mentioned track. After the track starts playing, it will slowly fade in using a series of code I don't know how to clearly explain. Finally is the chaos level variable. This doesn't do anything yet, but I plan to use it to make the music adapt to the situation. Alright, 2 more systems to go. Are you still paying attention? Are you ready for cryptocurrency? The currency system, unlike the previous systems, is scattered throughout several scripts, mainly the player script and the network manager script. The player script only handles the player's money right now, so it's basically just setter and getter functions. The network manager, however, is not that much more interesting. During random computer generation, each user has a 50% chance of being given crypto. Each user's crypto is then represented as a .cry file in the user's directory, and if the crypto from this file is stolen, it is subtracted from the user's balance. I'd show you the function that does this, but I can't find it anywhere, so I'm just going to say it's magic. Next up, the rhythm game. The rhythm game uses the rhythm game manager, the rhythm note, and the rhythm shield scripts to function. The manager script has a few functions. The first one is the spawn random note function. This function connects a new note to the script using signals, so when it collides with the shield or core, it can make a sound effect or update the score. Then spawns the note randomly at one of 4 spawn points. The rhythm note script then makes the note move towards the core at a speed determined by a difficulty value. The manager also plays the hit and hurt sound effects for when a note hits the shield or core. The sounds are also played at a pseudo-random pitch to prevent them from becoming annoying. Well, look who's still here. Let's check on our gameplay guy now. Don't worry, he's fine. Anyways, it is now that we near the end of the script that I realize this video will not, in fact, be 10 minutes long. This is an unfortunate reality, but maybe the last 300 words I need were the friends we made along the way. Speaking of friends, our fish friend here hasn't said anything in a while. How are you doing, fish friend?
The void, it called me. I looked into its depths and it smiled. I saw endless fields of flame, mountains of corpses, oceans of blood, 6-7 coin. I saw the future. We are all going to die.
Well, that's concerning. Anyway, did you know 99.5% of you aren't subscribed? Also, hype points are a thing now, so you should give me those. Anyways, a giant fish is eating me.